Everybody, it's Dwayne, developer advocate at GitGuardian. Very happy to bring you this very quick video, just a quick little walkthrough of the changes we made to ggshield, the command line interface for GitGuardian. Very happy to say we've released version 1.51, and there's a lot going on. So I thought I'd make a quick video just to walk you through some of the highlights and show you what some of this looks like in terminal. So first thing, we have added a new out-of-band way to log in. So if you're working in a container or some headless environment that you can't use our WebAuthn flow, well, we've got you covered now. So if I go and look at the help menu, I won't actually go through the workflow because I'm already logged in and I got some stuff running. But here we are, out of band and the options. So this is very useful, again, if you can't use our regular web authn flow, or it's hard for you to get a token manually and copy that around. This will let you literally copy the URL into a browser that can reach the internet and get that token back that way and paste it in and get logged in from there. Very handy when you're working with AI and containerized environments. Next up, we have added the ability to detect MCP servers installed through the plugins menu in Claude or Cursor. So before, we have released AI Discover, which will look up all the MCP servers it can find on the machine. If I run that real quick, it's going to have a lot of things because I've run a lot of tests in here. But the one I wanted to show off is Figma using Claude Code. And that is true, but what's special about that is, unlike all the other MCP servers I've installed manually, Figma I installed through the extensions menu. And now all of those MCP servers are visible and discoverable through AI Discover. So very happy about that. To help teams out there stay a little safer and know what's exactly on their machine. It goes really hand in hand with knowing what secrets are on your machine, is knowing what MCP servers are on your machine, understanding what access paths are on the developer laptop. So next up, we have added support for Codex to our secret scan AI hooks. So if I go and look at my AI hooks, and this is something, again, we released this a while ago, and hopefully you're all running this out there. This is the hook itself. So this one's in Cursor, but they look the same pretty much across the board. What it does is it stops at 3 different places a secret being used by the AI. So you can see here, actually, I tried to use a legitimate test token. It says, no, you can't do that. And it gives me the advice to remove it before using the prompt. Now, it'll also stop if the context came back, the file read or the call came back with a secret in it. It will stop that call from actually being processed by the AI any further. And if it's going to push something out as output that contains a secret, it will just stop that cold. And well, that now that extends not just to Cursor and Claude, but now to Codex. We're really, really happy about that. If you care about SLSA, and you should, if you're building software out there and you need SLSA level Provenance or trying to get SLSA level 3, we got your back. We now have GitHub Artifact Attestations available for all of our binaries. So gonna make your life a little bit easier if you're chasing that salsa dream. So the next one is about our plugin system, which we haven't talked about a lot yet. So far, this has only been released in a private beta of our upcoming endpoint protection. So be on the lookout for more news about this, but this is actually a pretty big deal that you can limit what specific plugins are available to each user at the account level. And this makes it a lot easier to make sure that only the right people get only the right plugins that you're distributing for, well, your GitGuardian plugins. So vscode is now Copilot for our hook installation, make your life a little bit easier. And last, the newest thing that we've added is an update to ggshield API status. So if you're on ggshield API status, before it just told you if basically GitGuardian was up and running. Now we have a lot more. So not just as healthy, but what workspace I'm actually working against, and a little bit more information, including what tokens or what scopes I have for my token. So I know really quickly, like, could I do that action if I needed to do that action? Sometimes we try to do things, especially around honey tokens, and well, don't know if I can do that or not. Now I can just quickly check and make sure. So a few fixes along the way, a few changes along the way, but those are the big changes I want to tell you about, especially if you're working with AI. We got your back right now. We don't want secrets going anywhere near your code or anywhere near your prompts. And yeah, please check out our AI hooks and be on the lookout for more news around endpoint protection. Stay safe out there.